Bourbon and Boxing.
What is up, Bourbon and Boxing fans, man? Welcome back. It's been over a week since you guys saw us last, man. Of course, as always, Chef Jeff with you guys and our man,
Big Spade,
Big Spade. Yeah. The Chef Jeff and Big Spade show, baby. That's what we're talking about, man.
that's cool right there.
Yeah. I was like, I like that. I hope
I
somebody don't
fucks
try
with
to
that.
sue me over some shit.
You better LLC that.
Yeah, hell yeah. But man,
Everything.
we missed a week with you guys, man. I went out on vacation down to Georgia to see family, all that kind of stuff. Spent some time with the kids there in spring break, let them go to the beach and all that fun shit, man. How was your week, through that time, man? What'd you do? Just relax a little bit or
Relax, grinding, relaxing, man. Fell asleep on some fights.
yeah,
from
that one
grinding so hard, so you know how it be, man. Sometimes you
yeah,
it just be like, dang, I tried. I even
yeah.
had my look on the I caught the Rolly fight, but I was still dozing off on that. Went to the zoo and Fedor fought. I'm like, it's over. I tried.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, he waking me up. He's shaking my hand though. I'm like, what, bro? He like, it's over with. I'm like, oh, but he had woke me up. He was like, oh, I seen the blood all over
Yeah,
that
it
zoo
was nuts.
face. So I'm like, man, it's over with. He got him, and that's
Yeah.
how.
Yeah, that fight was crazy, man. I still think Tim Tszyu wins that fight without that cut, man. In
You
the
think
first
so?
man, he was countering Pandora's. He broke Pandora's nose the first two
I
rounds.
heard. I heard.
Immediately fucked his nose up because he kept countering that jab, and Pandora didn't have any answer. The first two rounds, he was like patient, and every time he'd throw that jab, he'd counter him, pow, hit him with a big fucking punch. So I was like, man, if that keeps going on, Pandora's not gonna last, 12 rounds with this guy. But then it was Tim's fault. Wasn't anything Fedor did. He went down like that. I guess I don't know why, but he went in like that with his head. It looked like I don't know if he hit his elbow, hit
Yeah, that's
somewhere
what they
on it.
said. His elbow. Yeah.
And man, when I say the worst kind of cut you could probably get being right in the middle of his fucking forehead, like right there, man, was the
Sean,
cut.
I was
Fucking
listening to Sean.
gas too.
I was listening to Sean Porter now, and they was saying like he had at first he was fighting like Fedor was fighting inside, and then they said he started using his jab, and
Yeah.
then they had a guest on there. I forgot the name or whatever, but shout out to them. But they had a guest on there, and he was like, they was like, we got to give credit to Fedor too though, because he finished the fight with a broken nose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's hard to do. Blood coming down your mouth, and
While trying to
it's hard
breathe.
to
Yeah.
breathe. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah, I mean there
But
was
they
credit
were
to him,
saying that he made it.
but
They said Fedor made good adjustments.
he did. He finally, as a big dude, fought like a big man after Tszyu got the cut and couldn't
Yes,
see. Like
yes,
he started fighting like a big man for the first time in his whole career. The guy's never fought like a big man. He
right.
tried to go
Cause he
inside
like
and
fighting that inside.
yeah, and that's what
Yeah,
caught him caught against Brian Mendoza. But
yeah,
this might have been a good thing for Pandora that he established his jab and that he
yeah,
established fighting like a big
yeah.
guy and he
Cause
saw
he
the advantages of it.
see what worked. He seen
Yeah, so
that it's gonna
now
work.
when he goes
Yeah.
back to the drawing board, he's gonna say, "Man, fighting like that's my best option because I'm way
Hmm.
bigger than these fucking guys, and if I can just keep them
Hmm.
away and they can't get into me, what the
Hmm.
fuck are they gonna do? You can't do anything against a guy that size." But I feel like Tszyu had a well thought out plan. He only had a week, 2 weeks to prepare for him.
Hmm.
Uh, so he saw something in tape that made him say, "Okay, I'm gonna catch him every time he throws this jab," and that's what he was doing the first couple rounds. But man, once he got that cut, if you're the corner, once it gets to 4 rounds, you tell the doctor your fucking guy can't see, and go to the scorecards. If anything, you get a draw, keep your fucking belts,
Yep.
or you possibly win that with a decision in 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So to
Nah,
me, It was almost as his corner didn't know what the fuck to do, or they didn't know the rules, one of the two. I don't know what it was. And then the equipment they had for that cut, I don't know what you can bring for a cut like that because it was like a gash. It wasn't just a cut. It wasn't like it was a gash. It was like that fucking thick on top of his head. Like you could see it like a chunk of fucking meat.
Right.
And so it was a gash. Like they would put the shit on there, and a matter of 10 seconds, the minute he would leave the corner, you would see it just streaming right down to his face. So
Right.
he'd throw a punch and he would wipe his face with his glove, trying to get the blood, throw a punch and then get caught with jabs. But I mean, for him to finish a fight shows a lot about Tim Tszyu. That he does have that warrior spirit to say, hey,
Yeah.
I shouldn't. He could have went to the corner. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if his corner really knew that rule that well because what happens is you tell uh, the doctor your guy can't see. He relays that to the ref, and the
And
ref
they
makes a
stop it.
decision to stop the fight.
Yeah.
And none of that was relayed to Zoo and the cut guy or the
I
actual
think they was
doctor.
overconfident.
Well, it wasn't only that, that doctor really didn't make any sense to me because it was a bad cut gash. And he just kept saying, "Oh, you'll be all right. Just go out there and fight. You'll be all right. Oh, it'll be fine." And I'm like, dude, that's not a fine. Like he can't go, like he can't see. Like that's a disadvantage. That's
He was
your
saying that,
eye.
or his corner was saying that.
No, that doctor was saying that. The doctor was like, "Oh, you'll be fine, and you'll be okay. Just continue to fight." And he went out there and just continued to fight. And I'm like, why is this doctor giving that advice? And like he should be asking him, "Can you fucking see?" And how long can you see? Because in that situation, you can't fight a guy at that height advantage and then have that big of a disadvantage, another disadvantage that's your own of blood running in your eye and think you're going to be able to beat a guy like that, like in
Right.
Fedor with that size. But what were your thoughts of Spence jumping in that ring?
Hmm.
So he looked a little chubby. It wasn't me, or did Spence look like he put on a little weight?
You heard what
Uh,
my boy Terrence said. He look like a linebacker.
yeah,
But
yeah,
but I feel like, come on, Spence. Like, I mean, he gonna do what he do because he a cash cow. He big money. They spoil Earl Spence over there. So but I'm like, wait in line, bro. Like, and he don't like he feel like he always gotta jump the gun. Like,
hmm
that's gonna be a hard fight for you, bro. And I don't think you. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I don't think he would have. I think Tszyu would have been a hard fight for him too. Like, so,
yeah, yeah,
like, just because we don't know where he at, and he took so, like, I ain't gonna say he took long off, but for him to get beat how he got beat his last fight is like,
mhm,
but I don't think he should get that damn fight. They talking about Fedor. They have to lose one of his belts, and then like they don't want him to fight Terrence Crawford. Like, I don't know, man. This should be confusing. Like, he should be able to jump that line because you got other people though. Like, you
yeah,
could you got other people waiting. Like, how he jump all the way off a law. I could see if he was the undisputed champ at
yeah,
147. Then, man, you off a loss, you gonna be able to get that fight when you got uh we got Lubin that just won this fight that should be able to do a rematch. They should be able to do a rematch, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you got
yeah,
other people in line. How you jump them coming off a loss in a lower
yeah.
weight class? Like, nah, that shouldn't go like that. I feel like, for real, even Keith Thurman, he shouldn't have got that fight either. How
No.
you how you
Uh,
how you skipping these guys that's already 154? Even
well, and coming
Danny
off losses
Garcia
too.
fought one fight at 154. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, nah, man, hell nah. I
Yeah,
don't. That's
that's
crazy.
my issue is watching the guys that are losing right now being rewarded. Fedora was almost kind of rewarded this week, coming
Yeah,
off of,
he
a loss
was.
against Mendoza, and he
He
comes in and
was.
he gets a WBC and WBO belt both in the same week. Now, the thing that I was really confused by is that the WBC or whatever commission it was, WBO, put him on a injury 6-month injury thing where he can't fight for 6 months over a broken nose.
Yeah. If you get injured, you can't fight for 6 months. You got
Okay,
a
yeah,
broken.
so
You
they
got a
put him
broken
out for 6
hand.
months,
Yeah, broken
and
hand. Anything. Yeah, you automatically suspended for 6 months.
yeah, so I think as much he wants to give Tszyu the rematch. He's made that clear that, "Hey, I do wanna give him the rematch," but the WBC is kinda pushing either Crawford or Spence to be the
And
next
we
guy that he does
these
fight.
We in the era, we ain't really trying to see no rematches now. You know why we ain't trying to see no rematches in this era? And I'm gonna talk for me. And I feel like this the whole era. Because we ain't getting the best fighting the best.
Yeah.
Once we get the best fighting the best, we'd love to see rematches. We'd
Yeah, we
love to,
want yeah.
yeah, give us the best fighting the best first before y'all say, oh, well, he gonna get that. No, because it's the next man up.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
how it should be. Yeah, rematch. I'm 50-50 on rematches, like you said, when it's two big blockbuster fighters and it was a duel and it was like, man, that fight has to be ran back. You say it in your head, man, you got to run that back.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's when I like rematches, but I don't like rematches when it holds up a division because now you
Yeah,
got to
man. We
fight
come
a
on.
guy like Devin Haney to fucking just demolish Kambosa, and then he had to fight him again and did the exact same thing, and that was just a waste of time in the lightweight. At that time, he could have possibly fought Shakur and
Or
Loma.
Tank.
Yeah, Tank or and then Loma at that point, instead of
Yeah.
having to go refight Kambosa in a rematch
Yeah.
clause. Boxing definitely needs to look into
Once
that.
he and he
Yeah,
watched him though.
yeah, and it should be the decision of the guy who wins to have that rematch clause, not the champion. I guess that's the benefit of being the champion is that you can say, "Hey, I want a rematch clause," but Tim Tszyu
Nah,
didn't have a
you
rematch
just
clause
said
in
some
his.
shit, bro. You just said some shit. It should be beneficial of whoever win this fight decide if they want to fight this man or move on.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
how
Yeah,
it be. That should
yeah.
be how it should be. You
The
know what I
decision
mean?
of the guy who wins, no doubt.
But
Yeah,
they holding this shit back too much, bro. Like it's a
yeah,
hold back. Like it's taking too long. Motherfucker, boxers they last long as far as boxing wise. Some do, but the shit get old. Like we get older, we get tired of like hearing and what this should be like, or they ain't fighting yet. Like, bro, that shit get old. We ain't trying to watch no old ass watch stuff. We want to see them in their prime while they bang it.
yeah,
We don't
yeah,
want no excuse like, oh, he
yeah.
was. You know what I mean? But some people, I mean, Floyd, he still looked good at his age. Pacquiao did too, but we ain't trying to wait that long, man.
No,
Motherfuckers come out
and then
today,
when you, but
move up to
even then,
147. When you gonna move up to
yeah,
147?
yeah.
Shit.
It's to me, boxing is like a young dude sport. And as much as these older dudes, I don't mind, like you said, but you see the decline in them, and then you see them start cherry picking like Canelo's doing. You know what I mean? He don't want to fight the best. He just want to keep making money, cherry picking, making everybody think he's the greatest in the world, but
Mhm.
not. You get to that point where I guess, and then I hate the fact where they say they earn that right. You don't ever earn the right to cherry pick in a sport. If you want to be the best, then fight the best. You claim to be the best,
Yeah.
then fight
What?
the best, man. Don't ever claim that. Well, I've earned the right to fight who I want to fight, and that Canelo mentality is so fucking stupid.
We need some
And
type of rules, like
yeah, yeah,
the
exactly. Rules to
the
go
NBA. They
to
can't play
say,
who they want to play. Like
yeah, you can't get to the
gotta put a little
championship.
bit more structure on this shit, man. This
Yeah,
shit so like I
yeah.
love boxing. It been good. It been good. Don't get me wrong. But
Mhm.
some of that shit they be doing be bullshit. Like
Because it's just not organized, man. You got so many different sanctioning bodies. Each belt has a sanctioning body. It's all about money with the belts. So you got
mm-hmm.
50 billion fucking belts out there just so they can make more money off interim belts and bullshit ass shit that they shouldn't have. It should be one champion each motherfucking division, as simple as that. Should be
Mm-hmm.
no interim champion, no motherfucking contending champion, lightweight
Yeah.
lightweight interim champion. Like, what the fuck is that? What do you mean an interim champion? Like,
It
that don't
should
even
be
make no
like he
sense.
ranked one, he ranked two. We don't
Yeah,
need no
yeah.
belts what them belts. Ain't nobody even fighting for them
It's
damn
just,
belts
it's
after
it's
that.
all about that. That's what them belts are. These bodies get together, and then what kills me is none of them really have the same rules, and that's what drives me crazy. Is that none have the same rules, and none follow their own fucking rules. Like they just let shit go. Like I don't know, man. It does irritate me. The wild west that boxing is just kind of every man for themselves. It's almost like an individual sport. It's not, even though you got guys signed to promotional companies, it's all individual things because even the Showtime, they're not promoting a whole stable, they promote their best fighters.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you're the best, they promote you more. Just like Spence. They want to keep Spence up against Fedora to keep those belts in house. That's why they would do that fight before they would let Crawford, even though the WBC already claimed Crawford as a mandatory for that belt at 154. I don't know what he did. He went to him supposedly before that fight with Tszyu and Thurman, was going down and went to him and said something about he wanted to be in there. He was moving to 154, I guess, and they said, "All right, well, you're automatic mandatory."
And you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy, bro? You bring that up. When Thurman and Tszyu was about to fight, right? We ain't hear Earl Spence talking about he wanted to
Yeah,
fight Corey. He none of that. But when he got the Fedora rematch, when he got Fedora to fight, then
yeah.
he pop up. Come, that's ain't that kind of strange?
Out of nowhere, yeah, yeah. Out of nowhere, he just pops up. Well, because it's PBC. And we want you to fight Pandora. I'm pretty sure Pandora is a
I'm
PBC
saying
guy
though,
also.
Thurman and Tszyu PBC too, and we ain't heard nothing. We ain't even
That
hear
is
nothing
weird
about.
that he
We
popped
was
up.
talking about Earl Spence Crawford.
Maybe
Yeah,
he thinks Pandora's an easy fight, and I think guys are underestimating him. Honestly, he got knocked out viciously, but like I said, if he learned anything from this fight, to fight like a big man, and if he really takes that to the next level now, because you can learn from fights, man. Every single fight, you should learn something, right? And he goes
mm-hmm,
back and he watches that and goes, "Damn, man, that's the way I'm supposed to be fighting."
mm-hmm,
And he does it. He's going to be real fucking hard to beat at 154. That
mm-hmm.
size, really, and he was a lot thicker than what I thought he was. He's skinny, but he's got like he's growing into his body. It seems
Yeah, yeah.
like he's younger, but he's now starting to grow into that body. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, fuck, with the potential of that guy. What weight do you think he could get up to?
He should be able to get up to 175
That's
easy.
what I was thinking. 175 easy all day with him. You know,
But
all day.
David Benavidez said he be sparring. They be sparring.
Yeah, I'd
And he
say I
said
mean
he
with the
said
guy's
he's
size.
tough. Benavidez gave him a good compliment. Like he tough. They was like, you
Yes.
from sparring him? Like, yeah, he hell. Like he's like
Yeah.
6'5". Like, yeah, he tall.
Yeah, yeah, he's a big fucking I think he's 6'7", bro. Some fucking crazy shit. Like, it was ridiculous. When I saw him and Tszyu next to each other, it was
Yeah,
like a praying mantis over top of its prey.
yeah.
Like, that's I was
Wham,
like,
we
"This
got
motherfucker."
the Wham in boxing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's a Wimby of boxing. Alright, man, of course, the Cruz versus Rolly fight was kinda what I thought was gonna happen. Like I've said, Rolly is an overrated champ. He can sell a fight, but he's not like everybody keeps talking about his power. I haven't seen that. I've
Man,
watched his
I
fight
have
his
not
last 4
seen no
fights.
power, man.
4 fights with Rolly, and I've never seen his power whatsoever, but they keep talking about, "Well, he does have power." I ain't seen that power at all, bro. Not
I have
one
not
time.
seen that power, man. He
And if
probably
he
had it when he fought Tank, because he was that's the best I ever seen him look.
Yeah, yeah, and then, that's Tank. That's a lot of Tank too.
Yeah,
He wants you to get confident so you throw punches. He's
yeah.
like, "Look, oh man, you got me. Oh my god, you're so
No,
good."
I'm saying,
And then he sleeps him, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I'm
But
saying like Tank said he hit hard. I'm sure he wouldn't be lying. I want after he fought him, so I know I'm sure he wouldn't lie, but that's the best I ever seen dude look like. And he probably shouldn't even switch coaches. Like sometimes
yeah,
it ain't the coach, sometimes it's
yep.
you, my boy.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought Pitbull did what he did, man. Now, but I think he's getting a little too much hype from this fight. The comparisons of Mike Tyson, his style. I compare him to. I even said I call him the Mexican Tyson because of his style.
He ain't
But
got
his
feet like
power, well, he don't have the feet and the movement type.
and he
That
don't got the
speed,
power like Tyson.
that fucking speed, and that power definitely didn't transition to 140 as it was in
I don't
135.
think he got the one punch power like Tank. Like
No,
ooh,
no,
he got the put together power. Like he got
yeah.
got the punches got to come in bunches. Like
Yeah, enough to stun you. But
yeah,
either Rolly has a great chin or his power just didn't come with him. Because everybody's like, well, he had Rolly stunned. He had him stunned, but he didn't knock him out.
yeah, he
He
not.
didn't lay him out. They
Yeah.
had to stop the fight, and Rolly was like, "Happy
Mhm.
Easter, everybody." And I'm like, damn, he got knocked retarded. Like, he was dumber than what he was coming into the ring. Not trying to be a dick. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I just think like I like Cruz, but any of the top 140 guys beat Cruz. Take that belt from him. The best fight for him is Subaru Mateus. That's my opinion at 140.
That's what
The
I heard.
size, everything like that.
I heard he need to go back down though.
I think he should too. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight another fight at 140, defend his belt. But here's the
Well,
thing.
I think it'd be a good fight with him though, because he wishy washy right now. Is Tio?
Tio, yeah, I think that pressure that he puts, how would
Yeah,
Tio go against
yeah,
that pressure? How would he handle
yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
pressure?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one. But I also think that the guy who's in line that should be fighting, in all honesty, is Barossa, uh, fucking Ismael Barossa, the dude that beat Rolly, but they stopped the fight for the
Oh,
ghost punches.
oh, OG, OG.
OG that just dropped the dude out
Yeah,
of
he just won.
the
He just
Davis
won, didn't
O'Hara Davis.
he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he dropped O'Hara Davis in the second round
yeah,
just a couple months ago.
yeah.
He should be who he's fighting next. There shouldn't be any question asked because he is definitely has earned that right to fight for that belt. He won that belt, but they took it, robbed him in the Rolly fight. Then he come out and knocked out O'Hara Davis within a round or two, a young up and coming prospect. So he definitely deserves that fight, and to me, that's a good fight because these two both have somewhat power. Well, we've seen Barroza. Barroza's got vicious power. I feel like that guy, he's got that old man power. But I think that would be a good fight, a more deserving fight for Barroza. You know what I mean? Cruz may not want to fight him because that's not the name that people are going to watch. People are still, who's Barroza, but as far as who deserves it, Barroza deserves it.
Yeah.
Who he should fight, the money fight would be Subaru Mateus because, they're both newer to the division. Subaru's not really newer to the division. He's got the IBF belt. Plus, right there, you got both belts coming up. What did Rolly just win?
The WBA.
The WBA. Then Subaru has the IBF. So that would narrow that down to one
Mateus,
guy having
Mateus,
two of those.
Mateus,
And,
right?
yeah,
Mateus.
and then Devin and Teo both have a belt. If they fight after Garcia Haney, then by the next year you could have a unification at the 140 division. Give
Mm.
Devin and I would favor Devin to unify that division by far.
I gotta see how he look this fight.
Man, I'm telling you, he's something special, man. That kid is unreal. But of
Yeah,
course,
he get that.
Richardson Hitchens, man, he got a controversial decision this week against Lemos. Like I said, I was in and out on this fight. It was late, and I was tired. I was like, man, I'm just kind of catching it, and then looking over. And every time I watched it, it looked like the early rounds that I had caught. Lemos was coming with some pressure and power. He kind of stunned, Hitchens a couple times, uh, and then the later rounds, it seemed like Hitchens started coming back, getting the better of him. Looked like Lemos was tiring down, but then boom, Lemos came back in the later rounds, landed some heavy punches, and then they finished out pretty even in the last two rounds of just kind of what I caught off and on watching it. But there were people saying that, of course, Hitchens. They say Hitchens lost. What I saw, it could have been a draw easily. Kind of what I saw going back and forth the way they were. But they were saying there's a bunch of unanswered questions with Hitchens now. I don't see that. I think everything you wanted answered was answered. I mean, how does he do against pressure? How can he take a punch? Can he take a punch? He showcased all. Lemos landed big punches on him.
Yeah,
He pressured him, and he went through all that adversity, and he showed that, hey, I can make it through a tough fight. So
yeah.
I think a lot of good questions were answered as far as Hitchens, and it was a good fight for
He
him.
probably just was on.
To come out with the win. You know what I mean?
Probably just had a little off night, but Shakur said if he would have came down there and did camp down there with him, said he would have stopped Doug. So you know that all that be playing effect because he ain't around Shakur no more. So he ain't. And then they said his coaches was in question because they was telling him the wrong shit in the corner. I heard like so. I don't know. He just got to go back to the drawing board. But like they was saying, dude said on Sean Porter and them podcast, like he was saying, like American fighters, we got we got a problem with fighting fighters from Argentina. Like like they got our number. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
it's an aggressive style that they do. They come
yeah,
forward, they throw heavy punches, and if you're not good at fighting off your back foot, and that's the number one thing I teach my motherfucking kids, dude, is the back step. I
yeah,
swear on my life, it's the best form of defense that you can have
yeah.
because if you can fight and
Not,
backwards throwing your jab to set up that counter, bro,
not
it's
them
it's
out.
an easy
You
way to
knock
stop that
off of
pressure.
you knocking them off of their distance, but you still reading. You still,
Exactly. Yeah. You're maintaining that reach. You're keeping
yeah.
that distance while
Uh,
going back. And if they get over aggressive, you come with a counter. Boom.
counter
Counter.
or spin
All
them.
fucking yeah. And I just like that's why I reiterated with my kids, like, man, this is the best form. You ever get with somebody who's over aggressive, you're gonna be fighting on your back foot. And if
Mhm.
you don't know how to fight on your back foot and counter,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a long night for you. And chances are you might get caught and then you're gonna really see what your chin's like. And
Mhm.
but I thought Hitchens he faced good adversity and he got through it. I think he learns a lot from this fight, like you said, maybe going back to the Shakur camp, not changing things up, going back and
Sure ain't having
you
him.
know
They said they ain't. He said
they ain't
no.
gonna fuck with him no more. He got fuck with. He can't be like
He
that.
said.
Shakur
He said.
be
He
Shakur
said
be on some
no
shit
time soon.
sometimes.
He said no,
Yeah,
no time soon.
yeah.
Shakur, that shit. I don't know, man. They. He said no time soon. You wish him the best though, but I don't know, man. I don't know. They be in they feelings too much, man.
Yeah, it's boxing, man. You got to realize dudes are gonna do what they think might be better for them. You know what I mean? And
Nah,
decisions that they just might, your own decisions in a career, and then you live and
he
learn.
was saying he thinks Shakur was. He said that like he basically was saying like he thought Shakur was scared of who we fight this left fight like he was scared of him and all
Oh,
this.
really?
But yeah, and Shakur he took that some type of way like dang you my dog, and he was like
Yeah,
you already I let you slide with the op. You was already hanging around the op, which was Tank. You know he be around Tank too. So he like I was already letting you do that. Then you go on here on interviews talking about me basically when you could have
yeah.
called me and did this and this, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like if it was you, I wouldn't have never said that. Like, you know what I mean?
No, because especially if it's a dude you train with you around, you don't ever say they
That's
were scared because there
boy.
wasn't nothing about that fight where Shakur was scared. You know
No,
what I mean?
bro. They
I mean,
took they
I just
misjudged
don't
in
know
that fight.
what the hell people watched in that fight because the dude he fought, he he beat him injured, number one, and dude didn't throw shit. What the fuck were people
He
watching that
still
fight?
aggressive
Like,
with power. Like,
mhm.
mhm.
Yeah, because everybody was talking about how hard he hit, but he didn't throw any punches. I'm
Yeah.
like, how the fuck do we know how hard he if he's not gonna throw anything? But yeah, I mean, I like Hitchens.
Oh, he
Uh,
was saying, and I think he said he thinks Shakur is scared to get hit.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's boxing. You're not scared to get
A lot
hit.
of them be saying like he scared to get hit. Like, first of all, it's hard to hit him. His defense just immaculate. And
Yeah.
then who ain't nobody trying to get hit. Like it's
No,
boxing.
no,
I'm
you
not trying
that's
to get hit, but
yeah,
if a punch come, and then hit and it lands, I ain't got no choice but to take it. But
yeah.
who in their right mind trying to get hit? I ain't trying to get hit.
There's some dudes out there, man. I know when I used to get in street fights, bro, I let people punch me just to get me kind of hyped up. Like, go ahead,
Yeah,
get that first punch.
cool. Yeah,
And
but
I'll be like, all right, motherfucker, let's do this. And I'll be ready to go. But
but
that was
you
so
know
that you
that's
can hype
different.
me
That's
up.
street
You know what I
fighting.
mean?
That's
Yeah,
street
yeah.
fight. That ain't boxing.
In boxing, you don't let
Motherfucker land
somebody
that
touch
one
your
punch
jaw
in
like that.
boxing,
Yeah.
yo, like going night night.
You be nab nabbing. So what happened?
Yeah, you see, they
Oh,
call Devin Haney pillow hands, and he dropped Regis. So
yeah.
you know
Yeah.
the right punch. They all they do is hit bags and mitts. So it's some
All
type of
day, bro. All day.
exercise there. You feel me? Like they
Yeah.
ain't when you
I
hitting the
mean,
bag.
even a dude that fights professionally at those levels, regardless if they're not even if they're not knocking dudes in the ring out, they can knock the average dude out
Yeah,
all
corner.
day, every day. Like you'd be
Yeah,
like, damn, bro, like he does hit hard. But like, yeah, even if you think he don't hit hard at 140, this motherfucker hits you in real life, and you're gonna be like, God
yeah,
damn, that motherfucker
be-
hits hard.
yeah. Because they that's an exercise they do they
Exactly.
doing
Working out
every
the
day.
muscles. People don't realize you're building these muscles here. You're building those
Yeah,
hand muscles, like you're strengthening.
yeah.
You're putting muscle in places that people don't
They don't
normally have.
even they don't even you know that and they don't even lift weights like that. They arms be like this, bro. Like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's
That's from
because that
punching the
constant
bag.
cardio, bro. That constant
Uh,
cardio, man.
uh.
Hell yeah. Moving on from that fight, of course, man. This week, we got a couple good fights on the schedule. Jordan Gill versus Zelfa Barrett. Of course, Gill was a guy who viciously knocked out Michael Conlon last year, put him back on the map. I favor Barrett in this dude. I'm going to go with my guy Jack, who also favors Barrett too. He thinks Barrett is going to bring a little bit more to the table for Gill, but that fight is on. We're going to get all day boxing this week. That's my favorite week because it's going to be on over in the UK on the zone. You guys can catch that one. I'm pretty sure about 1, 2 o'clock fight time starts here in the US, and that runs usually till about 5 or 6 o'clock where the main card jumps in. And then we're gonna go into our nightcap with Mr. Ohio and motherfucking self. The real. Now listen up, motherfuckers. The real Big Baby Anderson.
The real big.
Motherfucking
Yeah.
Jared Anderson, baby. He's gonna be fighting that night. I know who you're favoring. I know who I favor in that fight.
Ain't
Uh,
no doubt. I ain't. Come on,
my
man.
question is no doubting he wins that fight. Is Jared Anderson a future heavyweight in boxing? And how long does it take him to get there?
Of course, of course, I bet. Yeah, hell yeah, he a future heavyweight champ. Just got to stay disciplined, keep his mind focused. But I know what it's gonna be when he see that. When he see that beautiful baby he about to have, that's gonna
Yeah.
turn him to a
Hell
whole
yeah.
nother piece. You feel me? That's gonna really summer him down where he gonna grow as a man. Like everybody make mistakes, so I ain't holding. I ain't
Hell
gonna say
yeah, I don't hold.
mistake.
I did
Oh,
stupid ass shit when
he
I was young.
crashing out. No, bro. People
Nah, he
people
just
make
he
mistakes, bro.
yep,
Police officers make mistakes. They probably just don't get caught for it. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Everybody
So,
does in your life, man. So
so hell yeah, I see my boy as a future heavyweight champion, man. He got everything he need, man. Just got to stay focused, work on the shit that he need to work on,
mhm.
and he a switch hitter too. And I ain't know that till his last fight. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he nice, man. And I like who he got. He got the one Tiger Johnson coach. He been working with him.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
I like dude, man. And I ain't
Mhm.
gonna say I like him just because he young.
Yeah.
He young and he was a boxer. You know what I'm saying? A decent boxer too at that. And he young where he can relate to the young fighters. He can really
Yeah.
that might be something the young fighters really listen to him because he can relate. He ain't that far off. He like a big brother to them instead of a dad or a grandpa trying to force him to. He
Yeah.
can relate the message probably better. Like and I like how he coach. Like he tell you what you doing wrong. Like if you watch Tiger Johnson fight, it was going like it was going viral how he was talking to him. They was like, man, we like how the announcer saying, man, I like how he's breaking it down to Tiger, and Tiger went out there and did exactly what he said
Yeah.
do, and the points was on point. What he told him to do, it everything worked. Like I can't think of his name right now though, but I think you probably know who I'm talking about. Like Tiger,
Yeah. But yeah.
yeah,
Once I
and
saw the name, I for sure know. I
yeah,
love a good corner guy. I love a good trainer, man, because they're your eyes. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? They're seeing things that you might not see, and then they allow you to make adjustments. And if you're smart enough to listen to your corner, and you have a good corner guy, you know what I mean, you can go really far in the sport, man. So yeah, that's a great move for him as far as going with a trainer like that. I think it improves him even more. We've seen that he's got the athleticism. He doesn't move like a heavyweight. He moves more like a cruiserweight. You know what I mean, with his style and everything like
Way
that.
lighter than a
Uh,
cruise.
now
Yeah,
on that card, the guy I think he'll face next is the co-main event on that Appa. Uh,
you know they're gonna make that whatever. I knew that when I seen
Yeah,
this.
yeah, as soon as they put him on
Like
there, I
they're gonna
said,
let
"That's
us.
the next dude he fights,"
Yeah.
which will be a good fight for him. That will be a really good test. I think he still beats Stu, but I think that would be a really good test for him, to keep stepping him up level at level. You also got Abdullah Mason on that card too.
Uh,
He'll be fighting, so we'll be keeping an eye on him.
yeah.
Pretty active. What is that, the second time he's fought this year already?
Man, nah, Abdullah is active, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
They
second time
moving him.
already. I mean,
Hey, they
we're in
moving him
April.
like a man.
I
He
mean,
moving,
because
bro.
they see it, bro. He'll take over that lightweight division in the next 2 years. And I think you can put him up against Tank or anybody in 2 years. And I mean, with his skill level now, I'm putting him up against most of the top guys now. In 2 years, I'm putting this guy against anybody, man.
Stay away from Tank. I don't know why
And
you stay away from him.
I think with Abdullah's style, how does Tank? He's not gonna let Tank get in on it.
For 2 years
He got
right
that size.
now,
You
he
know what I'm
good.
saying?
He cold. I'm going with him. I'm going with, but I got love for Tank. But it's like, just stay away from Tank, cause
Yeah,
he it might not go how you think it's gonna go that night. Like
yeah.
he I don't think he should fight Tank in 2 years. I think he should worry about the guys that's coming up around his age. Like, stay away from Shakur.
I'd go
Like,
after Keyshawn
Keyshawn.
Davis.
Now
I'd go
Keyshawn,
after Keyshawn.
they might. Ooh, that's gonna be
I
nice.
think I think I think he beats Keyshawn.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be a fire ass fight.
Ooh, in 2 years.
Another guy I'd like to see him fight that I think he tears up is Raymond Mortala. I'd like to see him fight
I
him.
ain't
That's
never seen
another
him.
young up and
Oh,
coming dude.
is he with Robert Garcia?
Yeah. He
They was
just
talking.
fought. He looked 50-50 in his last fight, but
They was talking about him fighting Shakur.
yeah, that's who I wanted Shakur to fight because he had a fight in March, and I was like, man, that's not too bad of a turnaround to go fight in June, mid June, pretty much almost July because it's like June 20th. But of course, now Shakur is going to fight the guy Frank Martin fought. I can't think of his name. He's some German dude. Wasn't impressed with him though, for sure. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty good fight card, man. With Jared Anderson, of course, we're going to favor. I'm going with Anderson all day in that. I don't know much about it, the guys fighting. Rod Marley. I don't know much about that dude at all.
Let me. I got a question for you, real quick. I don't know if you seen the heavyweight Bill Haney had in his camp. I don't know dude name. I'm sorry I ain't on the computer because I search it up. You'll probably know him. He a dark skinned dude. He got dreads, but he fought somebody, and he was like. So they was saying like, Bill Haney, he a talk shit instigator, damn near. So it's like, yeah, Jared Anderson, we got somebody for you. Like, we got somebody for you now. But I seen, dude, I'm gonna tell you his name. I'm gonna tell you his name later on or something. I'll text it to you, but let you, or so you could watch who I'm talking about. Man, dude cannot fuck with no Jared Anderson, bro. Like, dude ain't got no power, no nothing. They was like, I'm like, nah, Jared a destroy dude. Like,
yeah.
yeah, destroy dude.
Yeah, I favor Jared against most heavyweights at this point. The only one probably not. He said he said this week that he does want to fight Deontay Wilder next. That's who he
Who
wants
said that?
next. Jared Anderson. He wants Wilder next. He said he respects him, but that's the fight he wants next so that he can prove that, he's one of the best out there, which is hard for me.
Wilder don't want that smoke. He gonna destroy. He was better off. I'd rather him fight Parker. The Wilder, he gonna destroy Wilder.
I mean, let's see, man. If Wilder gets that dog back in him, he goes fight because if I'm right, he's going to be fighting Zhang. That's been announced as the undercard,
Oh yeah, you did say that.
as one of the 5 versus 5 event, if I'm correct. That's going on over there. He will fight Zhang. Let's see how he does against Zhang. If he gets that dog back in him, I think I don't know, man. I think at this point, he's probably past that point, that prime in his career. Uh, but if he can get a dog back in him, man, that punch puts him in any fight.
Stay away from it. We gonna handicap him. That's all we gotta do. Handicap him.
Keep him at bay.
And don't even keep him in base. Stay up on him. Smother the
Yeah.
punch. Smother that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just block that right arm pretty much.
Yeah. Smother
He can't
that.
do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Going into some boxing news this week, man. Of course, I messaged you about this. Jerome Boots Ennis signs a 2-fight, multi-fight deal with Eddie Hearns and Matchroom.
Yeah, you beat me
Your
to the
thoughts
top.
on that?
I was about to send that to you because you always talk about Matchroom. So I'm like, man, I'm about to send this to him. But I was at work when I seen this. You beat me to the. I said, damn, I got to send it to him. Yeah.
I to me, I like Matchroom's making a lot of moves right now. I think they're kind of making moves to really kind of be the top promotional company in boxing. Uh, with the numbers that just came out about PBC and that pay-per-view supposedly was a disaster, but I read they sold 1.3 million in pay-per-view sales. That's not bad for a Tszyu versus Fedor fight, in my opinion, for your very first pay-per-view. But I just feel like pay-per-view, if you're doing anything over $40, it's got to be a mega fucking event. It's got to be something I'm going to want to pay $60, $70 for.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but Matchroom, the problem I had with the Zone, man, is when I started with the Zone, it was $20 a month. Then they jumped it up to $24.99 a month. Now it's $29.99 a month. And I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. And you're charging me for pay-per-view. And all the good fights are pay-per-view. And you're
Right.
charging me $30 a month. Like,
Right.
fuck that. Like, I'm not paying you $30 a month to watch boxing and paying for all the none of the good fights are on there. Like Devin Haney, Garcia, that's pay-per-view. Usyk, Fury, fucking pay-per-view. I got to pay $60 on top of my $30 to watch that shit, and pay $60 on top of my $30 to watch the Devin Haney fight. Like they're coming out like bandits if people are really paying that. I was like, I can't do it. Like I paid the pay-per-view, which wasn't bad, the Joshua and Gane. I paid
Mm-hmm.
for that. That was $39.99. I was like, hell yeah, and they gave me a free month. I was like, cool, because I had unsubscribed to them a while back, and then I seen that it was, after the month it'd be $29.99 a month. I'm like, I'm not paying you motherfuckers $30. But outside of that, I think they're making good moves to get Eddie Hearns as a promoter. He's making a lot of good moves, really. So
Yeah, I
so
like. He
so
try
is
to
Oscar.
he
As
try to
much
make
as I
the
don't like
fights
him,
happen. He try to
yeah,
make.
he does. He does. The only problem is like you said, who's he got in that over in Matchroom at 147 to fight him in welterweight? Crawley is his mandatory. That will now he's not with Matchroom, if I'm correct. If I'm correct,
Oh,
that dude
I know the.
Crawley. Yeah, I
Uh,
think he's with PBC. I'm
who he
not. Don't
fight?
quote me on it. He just fought last at the end of the last year. I was really impressed with him. He's been an up and coming dude for a while at 147. I can't think of the guy that he fought, but he's his mandatory to fight. Now, he can't really dodge it because you know how the IBF is if he doesn't take that mandatory. Because I think Matchroom's ideal is to make a fight with him and Conor Benn, a bigger fight for him money wise than Crawley would be. Crawley's his mandatory, but in order for that fight against Conor Benn to happen, he'd have to forfeit his IBF belt. I
Connor,
would think because I don't think the IBF's going to let him skip out on a mandatory.
Connor Beer ass. Boots gonna destroy him.
Yeah, I think so too. But then you take that away. I don't really know who else they got. They got Crowder, who was pretty decent. But
What
Boots
that
Boots
is?
Boots would beat the shit out of Crowder. He's
Oh,
good, but he ain't Boots good. He
yeah,
ain't
I don't
he
even
ain't that
know
level
what that
good.
is.
Like he fought a couple times last year. I caught him a couple times. He's got some power to him. I like him, but he's not. He's more of like a power aggressor style fighter. He's not that technique. You know what I mean? That
Let me. I'm about to ask you something real quick before I forget. You know the Mexican that that the last Boots' last fight, the Mexican he fought. Dude was alright. Damn,
it
man. His
wasn't
last fight,
Barrows.
huh?
It wasn't Barrows, was it? It wasn't Barrows.
What's that? That's his name?
Mario Barros. I don't think it was him.
Nah, hell
He
nah. He
just moved up to 147.
yeah, nah, it wasn't Mario Barrios because the him and the Mexican dude fought on the same card. They was trying to get him to fight. They was trying to make it to fight the one dude. I can't think of his name, man. The black dude lost against the Mexican. I can't think of dude's name, man.
I'm
I'm
about to
talking
find out right now.
to the computer right now. Yeah, look it up. You got your phone, so you'll
Yeah,
be able.
I'm gonna go on his box rack. Find out. Oh yeah, yeah, I know that dude. Villa.
All right, yeah, Villa. And,
Roman Villa. Romain
all right,
Villa.
now
Yeah, yeah,
see
yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
Villa fought. See who Villa fought
Let's click
before
see
that.
this.
Before he fought Boots.
All right. And then he fought before Boots, he fought Rashid Ellis. He fought
Rashid
Rashid Ellis
Ellis.
and won that fight by KO.
Yeah, but they felt like I don't know, but they was trying to build Rashid Ellis up for him to fight Boots, but he ended up losing to Villa.
Okay.
So Villa ended up fighting Boots.
Okay. So he
But I
got that.
think Rashid Ellis and Boots would be a good fight for real.
I think what's his name? Amantes Stayonis is a great fight for Boots and why they haven't fought. But that dude, he'll be on the undercard of the Canelo Munguia fight, but he hasn't fought in like
I
two
thought
plus fucking
Canelo was
years,
fighting
bro.
Medina. I thought he got injured or some shit.
Who, Canelo Munguia? I didn't see anything on anything that it's been canceled. I
Yeah,
was all over
I thought they
box
said
rec and shit
they
today.
brought somebody else in because he got injured, and he picked somebody else, or was that before?
That might have been before, yeah, because he's as far as I see, the fight's still on. They named the undercard today or yesterday. They named the
Oh,
undercard
okay,
on
yeah,
that.
but I thought they were saying dude got injured, so he ended up picking somebody else that was a bum when he could have picked David Benavidez
Well, now I hear he's trying to put a weight what do they call it? A rehydration clause on
on
David
David.
Benavidez if he does fight him. He said if he takes a fight,
And David
he
said
wants a
he'd do it.
rehydration clause, and
David
David said,
said
"I'll
he'd
take
do
it."
it. Yeah.
He said, "I'll take it," which I don't think he should. You shouldn't have to fight under those stipulations, man. Come back down. You know, you were a
Man, coming
168
back
guy.
down.
You know what I
Hell,
mean? You know, come back down, fight him. But if he wants to fight him at a catch weight, rehydration clause doesn't make any sense because then you're right back down to 168, which is, you know, in favor. I don't know, man. I think Canelo should just. I don't know if you're David Benavidez and you win this next fight, and you have the opportunity to win the winner
boxing,
of the Ball
boxing.
versus Better Beef, then you could just say fuck the Canelo fight. You don't need him because
Yeah,
you
boxing.
go and unify the 175. The fuck's he need Canelo for a 168?
Right.
It's just a name at that point. You know what I
Boxing,
mean? He doesn't need him.
boxing kind of weird to me though, like because we doing all this weight, right? We working out. We weigh in at 147. Boom, boom, boom. And then we can rehydrate. And you might come in still bigger than me. What the fuck is the point of that? I think it should be catch weight. Okay. When we weigh in, we both weigh
Yeah.
147. We can't go past 156. It
Yeah.
should be that. It should be because you could blow back up and be bigger. Like I don't.
Or
I need
my
to
thing
talk to
is
somebody deep because I don't understand that shit. Like, what's the science of that?
here's what should happen. Same day weigh-ins. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
but what?
Same day weigh-in. If you are a 140 fighter
That's the catch weight though.
and you're
That's what the catch weight
walking
is,
around
basically.
at 168, then why the fuck aren't you fighting at 154?
Yeah, that's
Why ain't
what
you
I'm
fighting
saying.
at
What's the
147?
science?
Why ain't
What's the science of this shit
160?
though?
Like, I don't get it. Like, that's what I've been trying to I was thinking that too. That's weird that you're saying that because earlier this week, I was talking to a guy at my work, like, it doesn't make sense that these guys do walk around at 160, but then they fight at 140. Is it what is behind that form? Like, why do boxers do that? That is a good question. Anybody out there, man, you wanna put in the comments of
Please.
why boxers fight at 140, but walk around at a higher weight and don't fight at that weight. Why not fight at the weight that you're more comfortable with and you don't have to keep jumping back down and doing that to your body? Because that's obviously not a good thing to keep going back down to 140
No,
and then having to jump back up to 168 in a matter of a day. A matter
that's
of a
what
day, these guys jump back up.
everybody be crying about the catch weight shit. I feel like if I'm fighting you, we both just lost this weight to get the 147, right? We're
Yeah.
not going to fight at 147, which is strange to me. So why we losing all this weight though? Weight is weight, and then we could go back up to whatever,
Yeah.
right? So it's like we doing all this, draining all our body. So it should be a catch where okay, you can't go past 155, like, or you can't go past this 10 pounds. Like, why
Yeah.
can't you go to 147 and then when you come in that fight night, you done shot up to 175, 160? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's the whole reason then? What? Because I'm still coming in over bigger than this man. Like, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it don't matter how much weight I just lost. I did something to still be bigger than this man.
Yeah.
Yeah. man,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why not fight
Well,
when I don't know, bro.
why
That's
not fight at your weight, which would make more sense. And then also, like you said, and that's why everybody talks shit about Tank and his rehydration clause. But he knows if I'm gonna fight you at 140, I'm gonna be 140
yeah,
because that's what I'm gonna get at. You're
yeah,
gonna be one fucking 60.
yeah.
You're gonna have a 20-pound weight difference on me.
You right.
So he ain't stupid for that rehab. Tank's smart. Tank knows what the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
he's doing.
dumb. And they be trying to
I'll
be like,
fight
no,
you at
it's
140,
no,
but you
that's
ain't getting no
smart.
higher than 142, motherfucker. So you're
Uh,
gonna come in and then like Ryan still tries to use it as an excuse. You take that fight, you take that fight, bro. Like you know what you're doing. But that is a rule that should be, like you said, implemented in every fight, a automatic rehydration clause that you can't get above this weight. You cannot go balloon back up to 168 like the Regis and Haney fight. That's what really kind of got it for me to start looking at it was when they said Devin came in at 168, Regis came in at 154. These are two dudes fighting at 140, and they ballooned up 14 pounds and fucking 28 pounds in a day. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm
the
saying.
fuck? Like, hold on. Like, so yeah, so that's what brought it to my attention was when I saw that happen. That's when I was like, hold on, that don't make sense. Like, why are you even allowed to do that? Why would you be allowed to balloon up that big? So now I do kind of see what Canelo's saying, like, well, if I fight David, he's just gonna be 20 pounds bigger than me. But Canelo, most guys are gonna be bigger than him at 168. He's a
I don't want to
small,
hear none of
short
his.
stature 168 dude. He's not a big dude at
I
168
ain't
already.
making no excuses for the shit. I just wonder why,
Yeah,
why,
what's
yeah,
behind that?
why make it where that man got a advantage if we both came in here on this even to make this weight even scale. Why do
Yeah,
this man got a advantage to me to blow back up and be 20
yeah,
pounds heavier than me when we should be somewhere when we come to fight, we should be somewhere in that same range that
yeah,
night. So it
yeah,
don't matter if I did all this hard work and he did all this hard work to make this 147, 140, whatever, to blow up 20 more pounds or 5 times, 5 pounds, 10 pounds bigger than me, and he got a that's just like a heavyweight. Deontay
mhm,
Wilder and now. It ain't no weight limit. So whoever you fighting,
yeah,
the
yeah.
advantage. That's stupid as fuck. Tyson Fury had a bigger, way bigger advantage
Way
than
bigger. Use
Fury.
that weight to his
Put all that
advantage.
weight on him.
Worn down.
Come
Yeah.
on, man. Make it make sense. Like that don't make
Yeah.
no sense to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, bro. That ain't gonna never and you can't really make me because it is what it is. You gonna fight because it's boxing. But you can't make me make no way to make that make sense to me. Like I'm losing this
Because
weight. You gotta really explain that reason for that strategy, like, and make it make sense to me. Like,
maybe they feel like
why?
they fight more comfortable at a certain weight. Like, think about it. Devin walks around at 168. This dude started fighting at what, 130,
Yeah,
135. Then he moved up to 140. He could
yeah,
fight at 147 easily. And, within 3 years, he could be definitely. Right now he could fight at 154 if he walks around at 168. He could fight at 154 easy. Uh, but also a lot of things I do notice in boxing is that a lot of these guys, like you look at Devin Haney, he fights at 140, he walks around at 168, but stature wise, he's a small ass dude. Like if you're
yeah.
next to him, you're like, that's Devin Haney.
On
Like,
height size.
yeah, yeah,
A lot
you'll
of
be
a lot of
surprised.
boxers is not tall for real though.
Yeah, you notice that when you're next to him, you're just like, damn, hold
Yeah,
on. Like I thought you was like in the ring, you look like a monster.
yeah.
Next to
A lot
me,
of
like you
boxers.
look
Yeah, a
Bam
lot.
Rodriguez, he fights at the small weights, but dude's like almost like when you see him off stage, you think he's like a dwarf. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, he's that fucking short. Like him and his brother, like they look like dwarfs, man. Like they're so small, and they always wear these big ass shirts. And I'm like, bro, this dude is tiny, tiny. But you be out on the street, you wouldn't think that little dude gonna work you, right?
Yeah,
You got
man.
like, hold on, man. You need to
Yeah,
calm your little ass down.
man, look, I don't go into no situations thinking to
Hell
myself,
nah,
can't
nah.
hurt me, because
That's
you
the
never
one
know.
thing boxing has taught me. That dude might be small, but he probably vicious. You gotta watch him. He's like a Wolverine. He'll be all over you. Then you get your ass whooped by a little dude in front of your girl and shit. You be like, you ain't shit.
Man,
You ain't shit.
that
Yeah,
time about
fuck
put
you.
them paws on you.
Yeah. Like, man, you see how fast he was? Do train, I swear to God.
I'm talking about he might get he gonna do you so bad. He might get a endorsement deal from Nike.
And he just ran all over your ass. Yeah, new track deal for you. Shit, be embarrassed as hell. You'll never walk. You just gotta break up with whoever you
hockey
date.
pucks under your motherfucker.
You gotta break up with your girl and move because
Man,
she
look,
gonna tell everybody about it.
that car ride gonna be quiet to the motherfucker.
Dude,
She gonna be like, "You did all right, baby, but you
yeah,
you should have threw that left hook you be throwing
yeah.
on me."
Yeah, he just all it was, he caught you. He caught you. That's all it was. It was just his day. You get smart with her all the time. Like, shut up, man. Oh, you want to talk to him like that? You want to talk?
Hey, you just said it was just his day.
Oh shit. So hey, that's the warning out there, y'all. Don't take small dudes and size and stature to
Man,
disadvantage. You get
fuck,
embarrassed
don't
with your
judge
girl.
nobody by how they look. None of that shit. Don't be a
Hell
fool,
yeah.
boy.
You end
Cause
up
some
getting
of
worked
these
by a motherfucker.
like this little dude from Cincinnati, man. His name, man. You would think he a good kid, man. Listen, will beat the dog shit out of you though. And
Yeah,
how he look, how he carry himself, you don't even know he box unless you know him.
yeah.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, and that's he did.
Boy,
Like you look at Bam Rodriguez, you ain't thinking that motherfucker a boxer.
yeah,
You meet him in real life, ain't no way you'd be like, oh, this dude a champion, like a
yeah.
multi-time champion. He's that badass. Like you would have to like, I'd be like, man, I gotta watch him to
Oh, you
believe it.
ain't check out that teen combat league stuff, did you?
Nah, I haven't checked that out yet.
It's on, but you can always go to YouTube and watch it though. I want
Hell
you to
yeah,
check it out and just tell me what you think about it.
hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was checking out
I'm gonna
a
let
lot of
you know
pro
when Man
boxing
Man
this
fight
week.
though. Man he fight for Team Atlanta, so I'm gonna let you
Oh,
know.
okay, so he's on there.
Yeah,
Okay,
he on there. He was
nice,
on last year. He was one of the had the MVP vote.
okay,
So it was like every fighter from each team or whatever. He off his team, he was up for the MVP vote. Yeah.
okay,
And
nice.
like I told you, they still can fight pro and shit. So yeah.
Okay, nice. I like that. I'm gonna definitely check that out for
Yeah, you got
sure.
to check that out. I ain't
Uh,
watched it though. I'm only gonna watch it when he fight. Like,
yeah, yeah, I want to check it out, man, because I love getting support to shit like that, man. Checking stuff like that out. Uh, Also tomorrow, guys, man, tune in with us tomorrow. We are going to be doing an interview with a New York boxer, Jack Kelly. Man, he's not just a boxer, man. This guy does documentaries. He's in the gym, loves boxing all the way around, man. Talks it. Catch his show, Catch and Counter, on IFL on YouTube. You can catch that too, man. Dude knows his shit, but he's going to be on with us tomorrow. We're going to do a little interview. Catch that probably, I would say, around 3 o'clock might be a comfortable time, man. Don't hold us to that, but 3 o'clock is what we're thinking. Try to interview him,
I
man.
like
So
that
tune in
name.
for that tomorrow.
Down there. I like that.
Yeah. It's pretty good show too, man. I like it. It's got him, a guy named Dibs on there. Another dude that they usually about three of them that do the show. It's a pretty decent little show, man. I
Okay.
like it.
I'm gonna subscribe to it.
Yeah.
Listen
Uh,
to what they saying and talking about.
Yeah, they're on right now as we speak, man. Sometimes I catch them live, but here lately we do our shows about the same time they do. So,
Yeah.
but I usually catch them afterwards. Looks like longtime trainer Gary Shaw, our longtime promoter, passed away this week. Gary Shaw. I don't know if you know much about him.
Mm.
I guess he was facing boxing. I don't know much about him myself, but condolences to him and his family
That's
for that
R
loss.
RP to OJ Simpson too, man.
Oh yeah. OJ
Juice,
went down,
man.
man.
Yeah, the juice,
He
man.
went down, man. The juice went down. What he pass away from, man?
Oh, colon cancer.
Wow.
I
Shit,
be
that's a
watching the show he was on with the rapper Cameron from
uh
that and Mace. Uh and they was already saying he was sick, like his last like show he was on there. And then when I looked on my phone, I seen he passed. I'm like, damn, that was that cancer. Like I already
yeah,
had it. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It happens fast, man. I had a buddy. He used to call me Irish. I called him Detroit. He was from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Notre Dame fan. He was a Michigan fan, man. We just bad like everybody called this guy the biggest asshole in the whole plant, and me and him got along perfect with each other. Like he come in and he was wearing a Michigan hat, and I was like, man, what the fuck is that on your head? I fucking
Yeah.
lifted my arm up. I said, fucking Irish motherfucker, and he was like, all right, and then he left, and he come back, and we talk shit every day after that to each other. But he become a good friend of mine. But he had colon cancer, and he kind of beat it, and then it came back twice as strong, bro. And he didn't even last a year after that. So
Damn.
yeah, it was one of those things that took him suddenly. Thought he beat it, and then boom, just came back on him. So
Gotta
yeah,
get that colon check,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. For real, guys, man. If it runs in your family, they say get checked at 40. If it doesn't, get checked by the age of 50. We know we don't like things in our anus. I definitely don't want no finger in my butt. But if it
No.
saves my life, shit, I'm gonna walk that shit off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk it off. So yeah, be smart about that, guys. You don't want to end up like OJ Simpson or and
One thing about it, you
colon,
don't
if you can catch it early, you know what I
yeah,
mean. If you can catch that shit early,
what I
you
was
can
just
save your own life.
yeah, I was just saying that. That's crazy. I'm like, you don't want to catch it late.
Yeah, because by that time it spread so fucking fast, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's like wildfire. But yeah, Gary Shaw passed away, and then the featherweight contender Arnold Keegan signs with Top Rank. He's a pretty good young up and coming guy, man. Glad to see him get a deal with Top Rank, which we'll get to see a lot more of him. You'll be impressed when you watch him. Nice little young fighter, man. I like him a lot. Richard Torres Jr., unbeaten Richard Torres Jr. will face another unbeaten heavyweight, Brandon Moore, on May 18th. That's going to be a good one. I like Richard Torres, but I don't feel like he's been challenged. He's a guy that I'd like to face. I feel like Big Baby Anderson would box his ears off, but you've seen Torres. He's been on the last couple top ranked cards. He's a pretty active dude too. He fights probably at least 4 times a year, every year for the last 3 years. Dude's been super active.
Mm.
I like his style, but he kind of comes forward too much and depends way too much on his power. He did look a lot better in his last fight, where he looked like he was working on his footwork a little bit, and even kind of mentioned that after the fight that he'd been working on a few things because the fight before that he couldn't knock dude out, and he was giving it his all, but dude just had a good chin. But he said that made him realize that, hey, I can't just be a power puncher. I have to start, my footwork, my hand speed, and all that other stuff. He looked pretty good in his last fight. He starts putting that in with his shit. It'll be a nice piece to the heavyweight division, no doubt.
Hey,
Go
about
ahead.
what you think about Floyd, little fighter Camille?
I didn't get to watch him.
Oh,
I did
you
not get to watch him. He was on that card this week,
ain't
didn't you say?
damn. They
Yeah,
was
I did.
they was banging, bro. That was a good fight, bro.
I
They
did
was
not
bang-
get to see him. I'm salty.
that was he fought another up and coming under feated fighter.
That
And
was on. That was on PBC.
yeah, that was on the Rolly
Was that the prelims before the fights?
I
The
think it was
6
the
o'clock?
prelim. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I can go back and watch that on my Prime account, so I can go back and actually watch that on the PBC thing. I have to check him out. What's his name again, man?
Carmel Moulton. Carmel
Uh, what's his last name?
Moulton. I think you spell it Motion. Man, you put him in YouTube, it's gonna pop up, bro. He trendy.
All right.
He up and coming, man.
I'm gonna definitely check him out. I'm gonna check him out on the Prime tonight. Actually, I'll boot in. What
Look,
happened?
I said, remember I showed you he looked like Tank.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was. Yeah, he did. He looked like a small, like a young version of Tank
Yeah,
when Tank was younger too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I'm gonna check him out though because I got some time. I don't work tomorrow, so I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
put some more drink
That,
in my ass
that
and
fight was
enjoy
nice.
my fucking night. Yeah,
And
that is.
he
He
got it
banged it out.
banging, bro. They was banging, bro. They was banging, bro.
Who'd he fight?
Like 4 years older than him too, though. Cause I think he only like 17. I think dude was like 20.
All right. Woo! Yeah, on that Canelo Munguia card, they announced who's going to be on the undercard of that, which seems pretty good to me. Mario Barros is going to be going up against Fabian Medina.
Mm.
Announced on the undercard. Also, Brandon Figueroa is going to go up against Jesse Magdaleno. And then, of course, I talked about this guy. We haven't seen him in a couple years. He was scheduled to fight Virgil Ortiz twice, and it just never happened because Virgil's health got in the way at 147 where he wasn't able to make the weight. Uh, Amantis Stanionis. He'll be going up against undefeated two-time Olympic gold medalist Gabriel Maestria. So that'll be a good fight for him. I don't know if he wants to come back against that guy. He's been inactive for 2, maybe 3 years since I've seen Stanionis fight. So been a while for him. He has really no reason to be out of the ring that long, to be honest. I mean, unless he had health issues that I'm not aware of, I don't really get why he was out of the ring so long because he was able to fight Virgil Ortiz. He was up for both of those fights. Both times it got canceled because of Virgil, and then he just never got back in the ring yet. And it's been easily 3 years, I'd say.
What's what
Also, what is
what
it?
what's dude name? Is that ain't Virgil Ortiz, is it? That ain't Robert Garcia fighter, is it?
Yeah, yeah. He went back to Robert Garcia. He left Robert Garcia for a minute. Virgil did, and then went back to Robert.
Virgil, who was the guy that was him and I can't think right now. Him and Canelo got the same trainer. They called him.
Ryan Garcia had the same trainer for a minute. Oh no, 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 no! I know who you're talking about. He just fought Oscar Valdez.
Did he win that fight?
Yeah, 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 yeah. He won by seventh round knockout.
Oh yeah,
Stop, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice little fight for him, man.
yeah.
Good little get back. He needed that win, for sure. Also, Triple G talks retirement, so he's pretty much done. Doesn't see himself coming back to boxing.
Hey,
He hasn't announced he's retired, but yeah,
the last fight was terrible.
it was. Yeah, and his fight against Canelo was kind of terrible.
That was my first time ever seeing him fight. Terrible. I wouldn't want to see him
That's
again.
You got to go back and watch his fights younger, like the
I,
Danny Jacobs fight.
yeah,
Great fight to watch. That's a great fight to watch. It is Danny Jacobs because a lot of people said he might have lost that fight. I thought it was a hell of a fight. I
oh,
favored Triple.
you know who I was surprised by that won, and he's still a problem at 40 years old? Laura.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He got a hell of a knockout against dude. I fucking picked him to get a ninth round TKO. He
Yeah,
got that motherfucker in the second round. I was salty. I was like, "Fuck, man."
yeah.
But yeah, yeah, 40 years old. He's still making his mark. Uh, Let's see. Of course, we talked about the fights coming up, or actually next week's fights. Of course, we got some really big fights next week. I don't know why they would put Jessica Mascal on next week when Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are going to be fighting, unless that's over in the UK. You do got the women's fight, Jessica Mascal versus Ivana Abazin, and then of course Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, much anticipated fight. Uh, Without going too much into that Ryan Devon fight, before we even get into that next week, what's your thoughts going in right now? If this fight happened tomorrow, who you taking, Devon or Ryan, and why?
I'm taking Devin just because I see him getting seem like he getting stronger, he getting better. He taking this he in that gym working. Like he be right back to work. Like I think he might take like a week off. Like he be right back to it. Like I just see his dedication and what he trying to be. He trying to be great. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I don't see Ryan trying to be great. I just see Ryan saying at the end of the day of his career is that I try to fight or I fought all the type guys. Like you can never say I back. He gonna be one of them type people. I don't
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. Even if he
I don't
lost
care.
every big fight
Yeah,
out there.
type guys. You ain't win none of them damn fights.
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
don't want to hear that shit. So I just think Devin Haney on a different level, man. Like he
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
like,
Not
but
just level. He's on a different mission in life.
and he know how to pick his fights though. I feel like,
Yep.
they know how to pick his fights. Like they fight the right people.
Yeah.
Like how
People
people
that
fight.
he knows that's gonna might pose an issue that he can learn from. Devin, man, like the one reason, like you said, I favor him a lot, just not just because his work ethic, his mission as a boxer, what he wants to obtain, what his overall goal is. He knows what he wants, but also his maturity. He
Mhm.
seems very mature for a guy 24 years old. His head's on right. He says everything you want a guy to say. You know what I mean? And he lives a proper life, man. Like he lives what he says. He's not out here being a social media warrior. He's not out here trying to get attention from cameras. He's just Devin Haney, and he's real. That's the problem I have with Ryan. Ryan's not real. Ryan's, to me, very fake as a person, and it shows in his interviews, and then when he gets in the ring, I just think he had, like, I mean, I've said it before, he possesses all the ability, all the talent, but his mind is going to be the biggest handicap in his whole career. Not that he never got that big right hand or knows how to set up his mind, bro, destroys his whole career.
I can't say his mind, bro. I think he just do that shit. Like that might just be him. Like that's just him. Like how we say, like, like I see what you're saying though, because we can say the same thing like about Adrian Broner. Like, yeah, but that's just them. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's them. I don't think that.
True, but at the same time,
I don't think that them being them and who they are is what's really got them losing. I think they've been doing this shit so long that they done got to a point where it's like fuck it, like you know what I mean, they on a different level now. Like we've been doing boxing now, we trying to introduce some other way to try to entertain people. I think that's
yeah,
what, then you got these guys like Devin Haney, Javante Davis. They ain't trying to do they ain't trying to do nothing to entertain different people. They just make little posters or posts, you know what I mean, when it's relevant, but they don't do stunts and shit like that to entertain the people and keep their name out there. It's
yeah,
just a difference. Like they name is gonna speak value for itself. Not saying that Adrian and Ryan, they name speaks, but they want to keep their name going. Like
yeah,
these names gonna go even if they don't do the things they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't see Tank, you don't see Tank posting or doing little stunts. So I think it's
yeah,
like it's a different, like, damn, like some people, I mean, boxing the motherfucker, man. So you might be like, man, you might love it one day and hate it the next. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm speaking on that point from watching my son do it and me having to be in the gym with him 24/7, damn near like, damn, gotta go to practice.
yeah,
Got there with him. Like, I might as well hit the bags too. You feel me? So I
yeah.
get it. I get it. But in this game, bro, you gotta stay down. You gotta stay solid.
Nonstop grind. Yeah,
I gotta be on that. Like, what is your goal? Like, do you really got a goal, or did you already meet your goal? You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like, first you
Have
fight,
you yeah, and
fight.
and I get that because that's Devin and Tank, like you said, that their goals are set so high that they're like, "We're not gonna meet that goal for years, but
Yeah,
we know where we wanna get."
yeah,
Ryan and Broner felt maybe he had already gotten where he'd gotten by the Madonna fight. I'm there. I'm already
yeah,
that guy.
yeah,
Ryan feels the same way. I don't need boxing to make me big. Social media will make me big.
yeah.
And their mindset is more being famous than being great,
Right.
if you could say it in that way. And that's not saying anything against Broner, who wanted to be great in his life, and Ryan, who probably strives to be great, but there's a difference in wanting it and doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man. It's just that won't, that still wanting that won't. Like you gotta
yeah,
still that won't. Like you just gotta want that won't, man. Like I want it. Like once you
yeah,
complete this, once you complete, like all right, you might be like, I want champion. You might get it. You might be champion. I want to make this much money. But after you do that, what is your next height? Do you got one, or this where you call
yeah,
it? Because it's more shit you could get to. Floyd
yeah,
does. So you trying to be here or you trying to be here? Some people get a taste of something that's here that they ain't never had, that they don't even know it's more to go get. Like it's way more to go get, bro. Like it's
yeah,
made, and it ain't even got to do with boxing. It's just way more you could get, man. A door,
yeah.
shit like that, like it's way more. Like I feel like
Setting yourself up for life, setting your kids up.
on
Yeah,
box, man. You got to stay in the boxing world. Don't nothing else matter but this boxing world. This
yeah.
this motherfucking gym. The internet don't matter. None of this shit, the trolls, none of that don't matter. I'm in this boxing. I live this boxing life, bro. I don't care about no streets. I don't care about nothing. I'm in this gym. I don't even, man, look, man, there's kids. I've seen it. They don't do, man, I used to be like, man, they don't do nothing but be in a gym. They literally live in the gym, bro. They don't even probably be training. They still go to the gym. It's like if they not in the gym, they feel like they homes, like they sick.
Yeah.
Like people see these kids, like God damn, he God damn, like so, like that shit. You gotta really, and you gotta keep that, like, cause some people do that when they was kids. All they know is the gym. Then they get a taste of the outside world and it fuck them up. You know, that's just like a version or
Yeah.
something.
You
Yeah,
finally get a taste of it.
perfect kid in school. But after he get his first, he had sex for the first time with one girl. So his whole hit now he getting out.
Yeah. Smoke
You know,
that first doobie, drink that first beer.
stay in that lane, man. Which is
Yep.
I can't describe it because I ain't never been there. Me saying as a grown man now though, because they all made these steps as being young men. So me with the mind I got as a grown man, I know what I want to do. I know
Yeah.
what I should do. But who knows? You feel me? If I touch that
Yeah.
type of money that these guys touch or got that type of fame, you know what I mean? But you know, I'm still
Yeah.
I'm rooting for that. I'm rooting for goddamn it, AB for sure. The problem, but
Hey
Ryan,
man,
Ryan,
the
I
best
feel like
quote.
Ryan, I don't feel like this gonna hurt Ryan though. All that shit he was doing, I don't feel like it's gonna hurt him. He been doing it. He this what he does. Like
Yeah.
it's just that you got you ain't you ain't going against a vocal person like Devin Haney. You going against his daddy. So that's what make it look even more like, you know what I mean? Because his daddy got a mouth on him. He talked that
He's
shit.
he used
He
to be a
talked
little bit
that shit.
quieter. Now he kind of speaks up more than what he used to. I felt like he used to
Oh,
kind of
Devin?
yeah, not Devin's but Devin's dad kind of he
Oh,
speaks more. He speaks up more than what he used to. Like he tried to
yeah.
be Muhammad Ali at that
He,
presser.
he
That
talk
lame answer.
he talk hella shit now. He talk
Yeah.
shit for sure.
Yeah, he's been pretty active with that shit, man. Hey, before we go, man, I want to do a special host on the show.
That noise.
All right, bro, it's me, Tyson Fury. Join us May 18th for a heavyweight unification fight, mate. Fuck off.
Funny as hell.
Uh, hey, you guys heard it from Tyson himself, man. Join that fight on May 18th, baby. Uh, yeah, I ain't got much else to talk about myself, man. We hit on everything this week, man. I love what you had to say about that Ryan fight. You kind of put that in perspective of the mentality that people have, man, and the different mindsets and then the different levels and the discipline that some people have compared to others. And that's not taken away from what anybody does. It's just different mindsets, man. You summed that up perfectly. That was beautiful how you said that. Great way to end the show, really.
Yeah.
As always, man, how we do it, you joining the Chef Jeff, baby, and our dude,
Big spade. No
and you know
cool
how to do it.
feet.
That's it. Uh, Take us out, big dog. Tell them what they need to do.
And look, man, y'all need to like, subscribe, hit that click, comment, do all the good things, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep us going, make us go up, man. As y'all, we go up, man. Y'all right with us, man. You know,
That's it. That's it,
comment,
man.
leave us some
That
comments and shit, man. We like to reply back to y'all comments on the next show. See what y'all think, or y'all got anything y'all want us to talk about. We can reach out on that topic, man. Just, you know what I mean, support us, man. That's
Yep,
how.
and definitely comment if you are hip to what we talked about earlier in the show about why fighters do fight at a certain weight, but they walk around at a weight. Man, comment and let it hip us more to what that's about, man. Because we're literally like we really want to know genuinely why fighters do that, man. That is a good ass question from my dude Spade, and now it's piqued my interest on why do fighters do that. But if you know the answer to that, man, definitely comment below. But like my guy said, man, like, share, check us out on Spotify. You can check us out on I now got us on damn, I can't remember the fucking name. I'll remember it next time.
Yes.
But We on there too. Subscribe with your email, and then I'll send it out. Substack. That's what it is. We're on Substack now. We're also on Amazon. Of course, you catch us on YouTube. All that cool ass shit, man. And once again, this is episode 57 on YouTube, and then episode 27 of the podcast, guys. Thank you for joining us as always, man. We took a week off, but hey, we're back and we're just gonna keep rolling because boxing's not. It's just gonna get better next week. Big fight this week, big fight next week, and it's just gonna keep going from there, man. It's gonna take us all the way to July. Definitely plenty to talk about with us, guys. Keep joining us for your one-stop shop, baby. One-stop shop right here on Bourbon and Boxing. Peace out.